Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video we are going to be playing with the new Morphe, I never know which one it is, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill's Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. I know that this is definitely something that was more controversial and a lot of people were saying don't get it. I watched her announcement intro video on it. I thought the colors looked really pretty and I loved the first palette. That was like one of my favorite palettes, and I am not a fan of Morphe regular palettes. Like, to be quite honest, every one of them that I had I didn't end up liking. But the Jaclyn Hill one, it has its own formula. It's a formula that she created and I think it's really good. I have not tried the Vault. I know that was a whole other mess. I didn't even bother to deal with that one. I never purchased one of those. I didn't have an interest in purchasing one of those. But I figured with this one, I watched her video, I saw the swatches, I saw her look, and I was like, okay, that looks really pretty. Then I was like, let me watch a couple other reviews before I kind of dive in and purchase it. And I liked all the tutorials that I was watching. So I was like, okay, I feel like it's safe to go out and buy one. But of course, we will see. I have to kind of form my own opinion, test it out myself, and let you guys know what I think and if this is any good. So this is a total first impression. I haven't even opened the box yet. I went to the store today, and I think I spent about $36 because I had the 10% off code. So this is just going to be kind of a complete testing it out. I don't even know what kind of look I'm doing. So if you guys have not subscribed yet, I hope you will. It's the first link down below in my description box. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And let's get on into it. I'm going to play around with this with you guys. Let's swatch some of the shades, see how it goes. I'm definitely curious to see how this compares to the first one and, you know, how it performs on the eyes, because that's always going to be the most important thing. So total just like honest review. That's what we always aim for and what I always try and give you guys. So here we go. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, and let's get on into it. I'm opening it. So this is the outer packaging. Let me get the first one so you guys can see them next to each other. So here's the first one, and do you guys remember when we had to tape the names to the back of the packaging because the names weren't on the actual inside? Mine's pretty messy because I do use this quite often. My favorite shade in here is the pink one, which I forgot the name, Silk Cream. I love all the mattes in here. It's overall just a neutral palette. Like, you guys have seen this a billion times before. So this is the old one, and then this is the new one, side by side. Sorry if my lights are like reflecting off of it, but I think the names are on the inside of this one. Let's see. Yes, they are. Okay. Oop, the plastic just fell off. So let me actually like look at this because I feel like I want to just take a look at the colors and the color scheme and see. Okay, yeah, I like the pinks in here, and to me it's like a pink orange kind of palette, but then you still have some of those like neutral matte tones, which I feel like she's very known for having those like matte transition shades. And I see the pressed glitters, those look really pretty. I really liked this shade that she wore, I'm in it. It's like that duochrome, she had it on her cheeks. And I'm so happy that there is a matte shade in here, because that is the issue I had with this palette, is that there was no matte brow bone shade, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like so necessary. They look like together. So definitely like a good companion palette to the original. More obviously pinks, oranges, corals in here, which I'm really excited about to kind of play with those. And I feel like I want to do something with the pink and the purple. I feel like that's kind of like the way everything's going with this palette, is everyone wants to use those more colorful shades. Purple is one of my favorite eyeshadow colors, but the pink is so pretty. I feel like though I just did a makeup look for Valentine's Day for you guys with hot pink, so I'm like, I don't know if I should do a hot pink, but it is so pretty. That one's called Tipsy Girl. There's a lot of reds in here. So let's just dive on into it. I will also try and do swatches like on my arm, and then I'll insert them in somewhere in here so you guys will be able to see each row. 7 shades per row. There's 35 shades in total. Okay, so primers applied. I use Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is like one of my go-tos. And I want to test out that new matte shade that's in here. So this is Certified. It's like a milky white kind of shade. I'm hoping that this will be something that I can... Oh, wow. It is like... It's pretty light. Usually I go for something a little bit more like bone colored, but it's okay. It's not, I wanted it to be more like my Wet n Wild Creme Brulee. That's like the perfect brow bone and like primer setting color for me. A little bit on the lighter side for sure. I mean, it's almost white. And then I feel like a lot of people are gonna be hesitant to buy this palette, and I totally understand that. And you know, you guys spend your money the way that you want to. For me, I like reviewing products for you guys and trying out things that interest me, and I was interested when I saw it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it for a review and I'll kind of like be the guinea pig for you guys. And if you like it, you know, maybe you want it. If you don't want it, that's fine too. You don't have to get it. I had tweeted that I was like kind of curious after I saw her video. I was like, you know what, those colors were pretty. I want to give it a try and at least do a review for my channel and see how it is. Just because I really liked the first original palette. It's just a very light matte, like I was saying, almost white color. Wish it was a little bit deeper, but it's fine. Like, for example, this one from the Huda Beauty New Nude palette, like you can see I panned it because it's just the perfect kind of nudie kind of shade. Do this matte shade Perfectionist, and I just want to use this as my transition shade. I was kind of looking at some of the brushes today at the Morphe store, and I'm like, do I want any new like crease brushes? But I decided against it. One, because I don't love the Morphe brushes. I mean, I have a ton of them because I've gotten a lot of them from trade shows, and obviously they're affordable, so I have a lot of them and I use them often, but I feel like the hair is so scratchy, and I think I've talked about this before. Like, where are they getting this hair from? It's like, what animal? I don't know, but it's like the worst fur of the animal or something. I don't know, but it's so scratchy. So this is actually just like a Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm putting this into my crease and just using this as like our transition shade. To have a colorful palette, you're always kind of reaching into another palette to get those shades to complete the look, whereas this has those neutrals and those colors as well. This is blending out nicely. I'm just kind of blowing it out. You don't have to be perfect with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna deepen up the crease a little bit. I'm gonna go in with Homebody, which is this shade right here. I love that name, Homebody, because that is so me. I am such a homebody. So I'm gonna put that right into the crease. I think this is a Morphe brush. This is the M513. So far, so good with the pigmentation. Cut the crease because I want to make this just a little bit sharper, and I always feel like it looks better when I do this. So I'm just taking CoverGirl's concealer. This is the True Blend Undercover. You can honestly use like any thicker concealer that you have, and like a synthetic flat brush like this, and just pat it onto the lid. And I'm just going to try and draw right under the crease. So just any like flat synthetic brush you can do this with. See how it just like neatens everything up a little bit? I feel like I do this in every video, but I feel like it just looks so much better when you do this. And then glitters and everything go on so much nicer. Doing the same thing. I don't do anything that's like too crazy because I am going out tonight and I don't want it to be like too insanely colorful, so just keeping that in mind. I want to do Ride or Diamonds, which is this shade right here. It's one of the pressed glitters. Comes out lighter on your lid than it shows in the pan. In the pan it looks a little more taupey, but then on the eye it's definitely looks more like light gold kind of, which is interesting. Okay, I'm just following where I put the concealer. And also you guys see I put on Shadow Shield just for a little more precision when I get over to the outer edge. You can use tape too. You don't have to use Shadow Shield if you don't want, but I like using them. It actually does pretty good on its own. I'm just picking up a decent amount, like I'm kind of like really pressing my brush in there and then packing it on the lid. This is a very pretty shade. Yeah, it almost looks like gold to me, which I wasn't expecting. This is the kind of shade that I like wearing all over my lid. My favorite way to apply shimmer shades. Yeah. Just makes them look a lot more foiled. This spray smells so good. It's the I Heart Revolution Vanilla and Coconut Setting Spray. Okay, then I want to play with some of the purples. So I'm going to take the shade A Moment, which is just like a shimmery medium tone purple. And I'm going to put that, like, I guess right here. My brush is still has wetness to it. So yeah, so when I was watching her video, I honestly, like, I know so many things have gone on and whatnot, but you honestly couldn't help but feel bad for her when you were watching that video. The purple's really pretty. I definitely think it's probably better with the slightly damp brush, and I don't even know what I'm doing right now. It's called Good Place. It's another shimmery deep purple. I never use this many shimmer shades, so I'm kind of shocked by myself right now. Shocked of myself right now. And I'm gonna place this right next to that purple that we just put on. I love purple eyeshadows. So that's also, when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, there's pretty purples. I want to play. Okay, I'm just doing the same thing, just putting that right next to that purple we just applied to deepen it up a little bit. Ooh, I like that purple. It's pretty. A little scared to do this, but I'm thinking if I should do, I don't know which one, Stay True or Not My Journey in the outer corner. Should I do, this one's more like grapey, and then this one's more like a true like matte purple, which it would be a good test to try it, but I'm just a little scared to mess up whatever I'm doing here, whatever this look is. Maybe I'll do this one. Okay, let's try this one first. Stay True. Okay, I'm just gonna put this right on. Ooh, ooh, okay, okay. Oh my goodness, it's pretty. Thank goodness I put this shadow shield on. Blending that into the crease. Ooh, okay. That's pretty. This side. Still see that crease shade I put on is like still there and looking good. The original one, she had like the blue and the green kind of thing going on, but I actually prefer, if I'm gonna play with color, I prefer to have shades like this rather than a blue and a green. I just feel like even though these are colorful, they're less intimidating than a blue and a green, and I think they're more wearable. I'm gonna take, for my inner corner, no surprise here, my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. And I want to take this one. It's going to be a little hard to see. It's the what would you call this? A duochrome kind of shade. It's called I'm In It. I feel like it's going to complement the other colors nicely. Okay, I love that on the inner corner. I think that is so pretty. And it's not too duochrome where it's like it turned my entire inner corner pink, which I feel like some of those shades will do that. You could still see it has like that white to it, just a little pink tint. I feel like all the colors, and I love this, are staying true to themselves. Like you can see each color that I put on, they're not like muddying or running into one another, which I think is super, super important in a palette, that a color can like hold its own spot. Like it's each individual color, if that makes sense. Curtain lights back here, you can't even see them because they really don't light up, but Gizzy just went on top of the kitchen because I film right next to our cabinets, and he whacked it and knocked them down. Inner corner with the NYX Faux Whites liner pencil in Seashell. It's like a light pink. Just kind of want to go over the outer edge of everything with Certified. I'm gonna pick up Certified on just like a fluffy brush like this, and then use it right on the brow bone. Keeping my shadow shields on, I'm going to go ahead and just use some liner. I'm going to use this Rimmel black liner. And I actually did get this brush today at the Morphe store. It's a M250-1 synthetic liner brush. To go over that with a liquid pen liner just to kind of intensify the line. So this is the DHC liquid eyeliner pen, and this will just like fill in any gaps that I missed. Okay, so liner is done, and then I'm going to do my big shadow shield reveal. It's always so fun to take these off and see how everything came out. Look at that. Crisp eyeliner. I'm thinking, what if I use Not My Journey on the lower lash line? Would that be just like crazy because I didn't use it? Or should I just use a moment? You know what? I'm going to use both. I'm going to use Not My Journey on like the outer corner. Outer corner. Okay. Back into a moment, which is that like shimmery, dark shimmery purple. And I'm going to put that right here. I love that. I feel like I'm happy I did that purple on the bottom just because I wanted to do something different, like not the exact colors I had up here, but still having that purple down there still kind of ties into it and gives a little fun pop. I feel like the looks that you can do with this palette are honestly endless. Like there's so many different routes you could go and play with, and I'm excited to kind of do other looks. I want to do, maybe if you guys are interested, I'll do another, like a second look in a different video maybe, just because I feel like I can do maybe even something with those oranges. I went ahead and I did my top lashes. I used the Buxom mascara. This is the Extrovert mascara. This stuff is crazy. Like you could really layer it and it makes your lashes look really thick, like you're wearing false lashes. So I've really been enjoying this and kind of skipping on falsies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my face and my brows, and then I will come back and we will chat and go over this palette, and I'll show you guys what the final results look like. All right guys, so I'm back. I put on the rest of my face. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Oh, my bottom lashes. Let me put that on. I always forget. On my lips, I'm wearing Milani's Nude Cream, which is just like a really pretty, it's not even that nude. It's like kind of more of a mid-tone pink. I'm wearing Buxom's. This is the, I think it's this plumping, full-on plumping lip polish in Samantha. I just wanted something nude and pink, but not too nude. I love this color. It is the Buxom Wanderlust blush in Dolly. It's so pretty. It's just like the quintessential like girly pink blush color, but not too bright. I do want to play around with the shade I'm in it and try to use that as a highlighter like Jaclyn was wearing in her, whoop, can't see it, in her intro video. So purple white duochrome is the color that I'm wearing on my inner corner. So let's put this on our cheekbones. It's pretty, but not my favorite for, I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't have enough pop for me. I like it because it ties into the purple on the eyes, but I want something a little bit brighter. I use Wet n Wild Blossom Glow. I haven't used this in a hot minute. Remember when these were like so popular? I'm just gonna pop that right on top of where we put that I'm in it shade. I zoomed out a little bit so I'm not so close. This is the final look, completed look, and oh my gosh, I stinking love this eye look. It is so pretty. I am very impressed by the quality of these shadows in here, and I knew I was gonna like it because when I was watching the video I was like, that looks really pretty, like I was telling you guys, and it was just kind of a matter of trying it for myself. And I love it. I really am so happy with the way that this look came out, and the colors were really easy to work with. Like even those matte shades were easy to work with. I love the color that I'm wearing on my outer corner, which is Stay True. That is so beautiful. And this makes me excited to create more looks. Like I really want to use those pinks and those oranges. How fun would those be for summertime? And the shimmers were really pretty, easy to work with. The pressed glitters, when I say glitter I mean the pressed glitters. I mean there's still so many other shades to play around with, and I haven't even swatched this by the time I film this portion. I'm gonna swatch this after. The way that it applied on my eyes and the way that this look came out, I think is so beautiful. I mean, not to be like, beautiful, but like, you know, I really like it and I am happy with it. So I am very happy with this palette and this purchase, and it definitely has that same great formula as the original. And if I have to pick between the two, I mean, I definitely think I like the second one even better just because it has more of those pinks and purples. It's such a mess, but like this top row I always use, and this pink is like my favorite thing, and all these shades in here. But I feel like this one is just so much fun, like perfect for going into spring and summer. Like I was saying, I love the purple color. It's still going to be a palette that I use, but I feel like this is the new guy in town, and I think I'm going to be using this a whole lot more. Definitely can see myself reaching for this. You can use this as an everyday palette. You know, the only thing for me is that I like to use shimmer shades that are a little bit lighter. So when I say that, I mean my favorite shade in the whole world for my eyes is Angel Fire from Urban Decay. What is this? The Reloaded palette. If this kind of shade was in here, oh my gosh, I would be like freaking out. Just something that's more of a lighter shimmer. Everyday shade, which is Ride or Diamonds. And then you also have these guys down here, which I just feel like might be a little bit too dark for me for everyday for my eyelids, but they're still beautiful. And that gold I want to play with, and everything that I used today I really liked. Found it super easy to blend and play with, and I didn't have any issues with things being muddy. And like I was telling you guys before, every shade kind of has its own moment, standing alone, and they didn't muddy or anything like that. So overall, I am super happy about this palette and excited to keep creating more looks. Just so you guys can see, it's just like a fun look. I love the purple. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think of the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Volume 2 collab. I'm already getting it so dirty. Are you guys gonna pick this one up, or are you gonna pass on it? I would definitely say that I recommend this. I think it's a great palette. Love the fun colors in here. And as my stamp of approval, I say it's good. And don't forget, if you guys buy it in the store, you can use the 10% off coupon code. or they'll just apply 10% off any coupon code for you. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you swatches on my arm of each row. I'm gonna do a close-up, so if you want to see what the swatches look like from the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, then just keep watching.